P365 Frankenstein build. I did an original video on the handgun I've been using for years, and I've shot a bunch of the new XMACROs. I've shot everything except for the AXG Legion and the new P365 Fuse. I don't even understand that one, but I shot everything but those two, and I really like the grip on the XMACRO, so did a little additions here. So same slide as before, but we've added the Herrington Arms compensator, and this is a true compensator. It's just using the same threaded barrel I had in here, putting that Herrington Arms compensator on there. The thing is really shooting well. Added the Wilson Combat XMACRO Grip Module with the 17 round SIG mags. And I was trying to use the same Kinetech Counterflex holster, but just attaching the TLR7 Alpha directly to the rail that's on the XMACRO. It was a little loose in there, so I ordered a tar rail from Tactical Development. I had that ledge on there on my old build, but it was with the the proprietary rail on the XL frame. So this one, I actually ordered this rail, which is a tar from Tactical Development, added the light, and then I can now still use the same Kinetech holster. I had to do a little bit of modification to the holster. It's a little bit tight, but it's not too tight. It offers good retention. So I didn't have to spend another $100 on a new appendix holster. So additional stuff I've added here. You can see the trigger is different. That is the MCARBO flat trigger, and that has a set screw in it, so it actually you can adjust it for the over travel. And also you can see the MCARBO extended magazine release. If you look at it straight up and down there, you can kind of see it's set to the rear, and that magazine release really works nice. When you've got your master grip on the pistol, you don't have to change your grip to try to get into that magazine release. That's the one thing about these 365s. If you're not running an extended magazine release, it is a pain to get that magazine release. But with the MCARBO magazine release, you just drop your thumb to the magazine release because it's set to the rear, and that mag comes right out. So just shoots it right out of there like it's supposed to. So Wilson Combat XMACRO Grip Module. I did change out the weights. I took the weights out of the old XL and put those tungsten weights in there to keep that added weight. And added the MCARBO magazine release, the MCARBO trigger. And yeah, that's a real nice trigger too. So with the old trigger, they're really set forward, and you really have to get out there to get into that trigger. But with this MCARBO trigger, you've got a little bit of take up, gets to the wall, and then there's the break. And the reset is really good. It comes right back out, and you're a lot shorter reset, and similar take up, but the break is nicer. Definitely a nicer trigger. And that's a machine trigger, solid steel trigger. MCARBO does a really good job. Of course, you saw in the original P365 Frankenstein build, I've got the springs in here. I've got the striker spring, and I've also got the block spring, the safety block spring in that slide. But the combination I've got here, this pistol shoots very much like a P320 compact. Really impressed with the way this pistol is shooting. All the snappiness that you've always had with a P365 or a P365 XL or a P365X or even the XMACRO with the ports up on the slide is still not really a compensator. It does some work, but it doesn't do the work of a real compensator. This thing is shooting very, very smooth. It feels much like more like a compact pistol than a subcompact pistol anymore. Of course, having a full grip with the XMACRO Grip Module, getting a full grip on the pistol, that helps quite a bit too. But really impressed, and it still fits my Appendix McKinney KineFlex holster, and I'll put that in here next. Here she is in the same McKinney KineFlex holster. Only thing I had to modify was increased the washer size there to the next size up, which is probably about double the size of the rubber washers that were in there. But it fits in there really well. Protrudes just slightly out the front, which these holsters are made with the open muzzle, so not a problem. They mainly kind of grip down on the TLR7 there. That's really kind of the main retention of the holster. But still works with the same KineFlex holster that I've been running with the Frankenstein build with the XL grip with the 12-round mags. So, yep, going to those 17-round mags. You know, SIG's really proud of those things. They are expensive, like most SIG mags are, and really, really hard when they're new to get that 17th round in there. 15 goes in pretty good, 16, and then number 17 is pretty tight. But this particular setup is going to be, once I get about 500 rounds through it, make sure it's completely reliable, that'll be my new summer setup right there, for sure. Here we have a P320 compact and the XMACRO comped. Size comparison, pretty similar on the length of the pistol. Obviously the width is where the P365 really excels. It's a lot more slimline. I'll lay the 365 on top of the 320. It's a little bit taller top to bottom. Of course, there's a 507C versus a 507K, so the optic's a little bit taller. But the pistols are very similar in size. And each of these has a empty magazine. The P365 is weighing 25.26 ounces with a TLR7 Alpha empty magazine. P320 compact is weighing 28.39 ounces. Just a little comparison with the two pistols. Used to carry the P320 compact. Pretty much a daily carry till I started carrying the 365. Again, there's the two pistols, one on top of the other. P320, obviously thicker, heavier. They're about the same length. The TLR7 on the P320 protrudes just a little bit more. But just give you some size comparison in the two pistols. Very similar in size, and this is a compact, so this is a 15 round magazine, and the XMACRO is a 17 round magazine. So here's a little bit of comparison on the magazines. This obviously has a Springer precision base plate, but similar size. 365 is just a little bit thinner, but the height for the 17 round versus the 15 round on the P320, very similar. Two similar pistols, the P365 XMACRO with a comp being lighter, and really as far as concealability it's about the same. Just a little more comfortable because this pistol's thinner. The P365 Frankenstein build is quite the pistol setup. This is out of all the pistols I've shot in the 365 series, with the exception of the AXG Legion. I haven't shot that, and I haven't shot the new Fuse. But all the other setups I've shot, and this setup here is the best impulse feel on the recoil of any setup that I've shot, and any setup that I've carried. So we all want our compact or subcompact pistol to shoot like a full-size pistol. That's what we want, but that's not the case. They're all going to be a little bit more difficult. But with the addition of the extended magazine release to be able to drop the mag, and also with the addition of that MCARBO trigger, those two pieces of MCARBO plus the springs to get the trigger breaking around 4 pounds, just a really good setup. The compensator is doing exactly what it's supposed to do. It is stopping that snappy recoil that is inherent to a subcompact pistol. Does not feel like a subcompact anymore. So this is the new carry pistol. Again, with about 500 rounds. Make sure it's reliable, and it'll be a summertime carry pistol. Do me a solid and hit that like button and make the YouTube algorithm work.